Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. My name is Brian, aka Pops, and I'm hanging out with you, playing one of my favorite games of all time. I started this on the channel last year for Game of Day May, so if you want to see the first episode of this, you can go ahead and look in the link in the description below and check it out. But we're gonna get into it. I feel like this is really advanced. This file didn't act like I was very far in it. Huh. Pardon me.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now. And the orchard core is long gone too. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god.
Hey, Droium.
The gods ain't gonna catch you if you fall.
I think it started off as an Xbox 360 game, I think.
Well, no use turning back just yet. Pith Orchard. The place is a dead end in more ways than one. Pith stood for something once. Something real. In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods? Or tell them off? Kid don't need favors from the likes of him. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Popping windbags is hard enough. No need to get the gods involved. Things might have gone worse if Kid tampered with that shrine.
Okay.
Kid ain't found the core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine. Now we can build a shrine of our own.
Hello.
Though I got some alternatives in mind. Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls. The accused always got a fair shake in Calamity. Some used to take the bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man. Court is back in session for the kid. Old ritual for when folks believed there was this godlike bull watching over him. Had to make do with nothing but a shield.
thought this one was. You stole fizzy lifting drinks. You get nothing. Can you just... I can't believe it's this long.
The smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go. The kid makes it out in one piece.
I get something? I can't believe I get anything. I wouldn't give me anything. I wouldn't give me anything.
Bullhead trial. The Langston River flowed free and wild till the Calamity drank it all up. Maybe all that water just grew wings and flew off. Riverbanks swarming with windbags. They're so bent on finding the core, they hardly notice the kid. Lucky for him, a certain famous ferry barge is still afloat. Weepin' Nellie. She sends some squirts crying home as she leaves port. Maybe Nellie knows the way to the core. Maybe she can slip right past all the clamor on the coast. Or maybe not. A security skiff pulls up portside. Nellie's just another windbag to those guns. Just then, the windbags notice who she's sailing with. They try to cut her off. They try to slow her down. They try to knock her out. Well, Weepin' Nellie tries harder. Try as she might, though, she hits a snag. Kid's gotta help her get untangled. Favors for favors. At least she picked a good spot for a break. The core's right there. The kid hears an unusual sound, like 100 flapping wings. Peckers. They've been watching his every move. They had their own eyes on the core. But why? Well, kid ain't got time to think it over just yet. He finds Weepin' Nellie raring to go. Turns out she's got a special surprise for when the waters get rough. She's gonna need a little help with all them peckers. Traffic things think they're king of the roost now. Rest of us only wish we could fly in times like these.
Yeah.
Security skiffs keep on coming starboard side. Don't seem to care what they shoot, as long as they hit something.
Get out of here.
The windbags get an even better idea. They aim to smash Weepin' Nellie to splinters. Kid boards one of them skiffs like some kind of Ceylonian privateer. Well, it all proves too much.
Yeah, that's pretty harsh.
She's just gotta make one last stop. With her last breath, Nellie gets the kid to solid ground. Solid ground in Pecker country. They want that core real bad. Might be they want it just as bad as a kid. Kid shoos them off, knowing they'll be back. Know how many times kid nearly fell off the bars back there? A good couple of times. Now, listen close. You should remember this next part.
Whew. Oh, a little close.
Why go to Prosper Bluff? Used to take an enterprising man or a plain old fool to venture out that far. The city was the most beautiful place in the world. We all knew that. But on the other hand, some folks just yearn to see the things they're told they can't. And that's why you go to Prosper Bluff, ain't it? There the kid hears something he ain't heard in a long while. How's it go again? Yeah, that's the one.
Don't tell me what to do.
Well, no point explaining what happens next, right? Suffice it to say, kid ain't coming home
This
empty-handed.
fucking journal.
And besides, it's like the song goes.
One day that wall is gonna fall. Gonna build that city on a hill.
They'll be here before too long. We darn near celebrated when the kid got back, didn't we? Zolf never thought he'd see a fellow her again. We become fast friends. Calamity has that effect on people. But there was more to be done. There was one last core to find. If only I'd known half the secrets of the Calamity were tucked away in that book, I'd have worked to translate it right away. Most of the Ura never got a taste of Caelandia's fine goods, unless they were born and raised in the city like Zia here. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. Girl tried to run away from home one time, but the marshals stopped that, didn't they? So many secrets in there and she can't even read it. Her father's own journal. He ain't all that shy. Sometimes a single look says it all. A scientific journal written in Zolf's native tongue. He learned so much from it. Too much. Kid ain't finished here yet. Kid's surprised when I tell him there's only one core left. I shouldn't have believed it either. We tracked the final core beyond the city to the wilds. The wild unknown. Place can eat a man alive. Place is so raw, even the Calamity couldn't cook it. Not all of it. Know what's better than having a slinger pistol in a fight? Having two. Kid's faster than a slinger with those guns. Pin cushions ain't the worst of it either. Pecker's got the core, like they're building a bastion of their own. The welcoming committee scrambles to attention. Didn't expect the kid so soon. By now, kid's got more needles in it than stab weed. They shouldn't have let their guard down. The core's right there, itching to come home. Getting that core was one thing. Getting out's gonna be another. He digs his way out of the clearing, but the wilds won't let him go without a fight. All too easy to lose one's way out in the wilds. Kid takes a last look around, 'cause he ain't coming back. Wallflowers survived the Calamity. It toughened him up. Best take it real slow when pincushions are afoot. Slinger Jawson's old outpost is all that's left of him. Kid sticks to his old standbys.
No, that's not gonna work either. Don't ever turn your back on a pincushion. Kid's roused up half the wild by now. Then Kid gets the feeling he's being watched. Not by me, by a lunkhead. And lunkheads ain't fond of two-legged animals. Hit him anywhere but the hindquarters and you only make him mad. The Calamity must have scrambled their eggs. Hardly any signs of the old Jawson camp. The wilds already reclaimed this place. He's anxious to get back. After all, he's got the final core. His journey's over, right? Well, no, it ain't. Not by a long shot. Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The Calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone. Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad.
But there's a way to put her back together. The shards. Zulf cursed the city, cursed the Bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zulf got through reading that journal, he just snapped. Started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him. The city brought the shards to the Wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back. You have to think fast to survive the Wilds, and none thought faster than the Slingers. They could shoot their pistols with the speed of a machine. They knew just when to start shooting and when to stop. Those pistols could spit out rounds just as quick as you could pull the trigger. Learning to hold your flag can be its own challenge. No matter how fast you are, you can always get faster. The Slingers could plug you full of holes faster than you could say draw. Just 'cause you're fast don't mean you gotta be reckless. Well, even the slingers weren't quick enough to escape the Calamity. After Zolf's little episode, Kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back. Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the Bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine. Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, it's somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go. Kid can't fall, no matter how hard he tries. The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. There's no way out. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of the Ura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. kid sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. The security's just gonna have to straighten them out. Kid succeeds where the Calamity fails. Would you look at what he did to poor old Ronde the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Piff, the bull. Gods, they're all undone. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too. He sees what's left undone.
Hello, puzzler.
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Bootlickers dig their nasty thorns into his heels. Disgusting things. Hard to get a sure footing in the bog. Ever heard of a lung blossom? It's bigger than the stories say. The breath on that thing, like a scumbag sprung a leak. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make it lose your mind. Well, the kid prunes it down to size somehow. Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it.
That was close.
A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place. The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan. Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothus Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts that don't know up from down, still lurking about. These beasts, they don't like company. Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. They moved quick and quiet. Even the brushers learned to fear this place. Can't get hasty in a place like this. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne. The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. No know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? A stinkweed. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Kid's got a mean throwing arm. Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and he's Queen Anne's lunch. They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining, and it ain't raining. Still no sign of the shard. He holds his ground. Seems the Queen's running out of options. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. That old gator's right on his tail. They make a tasty snack. Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Queen's got one mean bite. Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? They use a kid as bait. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. The shard's sitting in plain view. They say if you run across an ankle gator, you better keep running. She's starting to get annoyed. gets done what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it. We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances. Finders keepers. Takes a careful touch to rattle those bones like that. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds. To prepare for the wilds, Caelandia's brushers practice at Camp Dauncey. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Dauncey. They said they made you weak. Sometimes the course was brutal. The brushers were Caelandia's field agents, and their training was harsh. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. You had to find a path through the maze as quick as you could. Sometimes the course was brutal. One well-placed throw could take out several of those ugly critters.
Where's that last one at? I'm trying to cheese my way through it, and you can't really do that too much.
It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Prep for the course, the brushers could modify their pikes however they wanted. Sometimes the course was brutal.
I'll try one more time. I'm not gonna linger on it a bunch, but I know there's a way to kind of get through it in a couple moves. I really could use the upgrade.
It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Once you started the course, they made you finish.
Now can I restart it?
Sometimes the course was brutal.
Is there one over here? There is. Where's the last one at? Because that sucks. Oh.
You did alright again, don't you? You got to go to the wilds.
Do I not get it? Oh, I don't get it. Oh.
Sometimes the course was brutal. Did alright at Camp Dante. You got to go to the wilds.
That's all I wanted anyways, was the freaking upgrade to my bow. And an upgrade to this, so it's just both sick. I can deal without that for right now. Sick.
You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs.
Well, it's the last one too, I can't even afford it. Oh, tracker. I need money. Wait.
The trappers. Daring bunch of fools. They'll be missed.
So close. So close.
said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't. That gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her. Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown. Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam, just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The Grand Rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand Rail's all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they owned the place. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, but with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere.
Damn.
Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War. It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into Swamp Weed Central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath?
I hope everyone's enjoying this so far.
While choking on swamp weed?
Again, if you missed the first part, we did it for our third year of Game of Day May last year, and I figured why not pick up where
It ain't
I
fun.
left off. It's been almost a whole year, and you know, I really enjoy this game, and it's late, and I didn't really. The other thing I had figured out to play didn't work out. I didn't really want to have to pivot too much. I thought, why not?
But then at last, it's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first he thinks it's Zolf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there. The only words the kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's the kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? Can't be too careful these days.
Haha.
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste. You don't want to know what he did to
Yeah.
that thing. But believe
Foaming
me,
bolts.
it works.
Let's see here. Okay.
The shards are getting harder to find. Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. Best to keep out of the cauldron. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands. Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction. Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt. The taste of air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid there by the Calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day. But where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city, but all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. He comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. Zolf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zolf told him. Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the Calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zolf. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
Alright guys, thanks Razy, thanks Drurium, and thank you Puzzler Studio. Have a wonderful evening, morning, noon, night, what have you. I really appreciate everybody that's been hanging out with me. Me and Braden really appreciate all of your support, guys. And until next time, it's been Brian, aka Pops from the Vid-Bits. Good gains, good goals, and good RNG, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.